Hello and welcome to First Response Fishing. This will be the first dual podcast. We will have this video on YouTube and audio only on the podcast for First Response Fishing. If you're new to the channel, unfamiliar with us, we are a group of first responders and veterans who take other first responders and veterans fishing to help with PTSD and the stresses of everyday life. We do not take a dime from anything we do, and it's all completely volunteer. We have been completely self-funded. Everything we've gotten, from the boat to the poles to the lures, have all been bought by the members and donated on their part. Now I said were because we have something very exciting today. I received this box in the mail today. I have an idea what's in it because I received an email about it, but completely what's in it, I don't know. So we're going to do a very blind unboxing today. Go through everything that's in it. I will give you first impressions, but again, remember, these are not for me. These are not for other members. These are for the individuals that we take fishing. And generally what we do is once we get them their fishing license, help them get set up with that, we try to have some sort of mini tackle box or at least a few lures that once they're done going fishing with us, they can take home with them and continue to fish. So, this was sent to us by Carl's or Ketchco or whatever brand you want to call them. Again, I have, only idea I have in it is that there's 5 individual boxes. I do not know if they are all the same. I don't know if they're from this month or anything. I was just contacted by Mr. Tacklebox, Ketchco representative, and asked for an address to send it to, and it showed up today. On our other podcasts, if you go back, you'll see there are some other people we have discussed fishing with on the audio side, including Burley Fishing. If you don't subscribe to them right now, go over to YouTube and check out their channel and subscribe. Follow them on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram. All of that is in the description on both the podcast and on YouTube. We also have had Rick from Monster Bass. We have had some discussions. We may have another unboxing from stuff like that down the road from them. If we purchase something, because all of our stuff is self-funded other than this box right here, we will let you know, and that will be reviewed as well, so that you can kind of get an idea of what we've got going on. If I purchase something from the store or off Amazon and I will do a review with you, you may see some on the water footage here. We are kind of limited on that aspect, as that when we take veterans and first responders fishing, if they don't want to be on camera, I'm not going to put them there. It's a respect thing for me. Interviews, podcasts, interviews, if recorded with video and the person is okay with it, I try to make sure they're as comfortable as possible. They will be on both platforms as well. So let's get this over with and get this box open. Alright. As I said, we are dual. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a subscribe, hit that notification bell, and along with that, make sure that you check us out on the podcast and subscribe there as well, because there will be content that is only available on the podcast, and there will be content that is available on both. I have some packing. Also, this is our new office that is in transition and being set up, so excuse some of the mess, but you'll see a lot more of this. Alright, looks like we have, correction, three tackle boxes from Mr. Tacklebox. And we have this in here. That looks like they meant set 4 and one was back ordered, so we may be getting another one down the road. Again, big thank you to Mr. Tacklebox for these. It's going to help out the veterans quite a bit, and the first responders quite a bit. So let's get into this first one. And again, I don't know what month these are from. It did not purchase these. These were sent as a donation, and I wanted to share the big things going on here and also show you what kind of things you could get in a mystery tackle box if you don't already get them. So, if you're familiar with them, you'll know you always have the measuring tape here. Comes a nice little box. Typically, you'll just get this box. They always have the dibble, which is tips and tricks. They always have a bait card, which is here. And they always have some sort of sticker at the very least, which is down here. And it's the Kitchko fishing team one this time. And they've started putting in Carl's catalog during, I believe this is just a holiday thing. They may keep going with it. But it has some coupons in it and shows you kind of the things that they offer and have specials on, as well as a little bit of backstory as to their company. So, now that we've got that out of the way, let's just start at the top here. This is not going to be in particular order. We have Harmony. Looks like some EWG hooks. Doesn't say the size, but they're not too badly sized. You can see there. Just some standard EWG. Always helpful with the veterans and the first responders because they may not necessarily have tackle. Next we have a Livingston Lures. This is their Party Time SQ 2.0. And it has smart chip. Let's see what this is. Oh, okay. This is one of the chirping lures. It says it is a 6-foot diver, and they're calling this color Yellow Craw. I will probably come back and do some on the water things as I take veterans out with this. We're just going to kind of show you what's in each one of them. Next we have, ooh, this is a big boy, a Weston, what are we calling this one? Swim Glide Suspending. Looks kind of like a lipless. It says running depth is 0.5 meter to 2 meters. It's roughly 3 feet, so up to 6 feet. It's 32 grams. I'm not good at conversions, so I'm not even going to try. And this is the blue-black chartreuse. It's a big size lure. I mean, you can see it's almost the size of my hand. Should work pretty well. That would be our assistant co-host there, letting me know that somebody's walking past the house. Scoobies! Knock it off! Alright, next one we have is a Z-Man Cross-Eye Power Finesse Jig in PB&J. And this is a 1/4 ounce. I know I have had some really good luck with PB&J jigs, so hopefully that'll work very well for the veterans and first responders. Next we have a it's Vertical Lures, the Kraxon. It is in blue-black. Not a whole lot of scent to it. And, oh, this is interesting. This should work well for him. Kind of like a squid tube worm almost. A lot of little appendages. And then that worm body. So that'll work out well for them with Texas rigging and things like that. Again, we are in the Midwest, specifically Wisconsin area. So right now fishing is kind of tight, but it will give them a lot of things for us to get together for them for next year. Next we have Bruiser Baits. This is their Bammer Hammer Crazy Craw. Again, not a whole lot of scent to it, but it is your basic craw. It's got the ridges on the claws, appendages to give you a little more flat. Seems fairly well built. And they do have, if you end up getting these, and a lot of people don't realize this, and I tell them to check this out. On any of them, there's any subscription box, if you look at the label, especially if it's a sample size one like this is 4 of them, they have a code on the bottom that will give you a percentage off with their website. So that's the first one. Put this back in here so we don't get disorganized too much here. Again, I don't know if these are all going to be the same or not, so this could be a very short video, or this could be very interesting to see what kind of different stuff they sent us. The next one we have, here's my knife, is, okay, they are not the same. Tell that just by the top of them. So again, we have the dibbler. Sometimes you get these where they're the little bit of bait cards to help you out with how these work. And then you have the value card here. So let's start on the top again. We have the Backstabber Lures Frog. It's like your typical hollow body frog. It's a good color frog here. Feels like it's fairly plush, which is a good thing here. Next we have the Weston Hydro Twist. Kind of a swim bait with the paddle on the back that's hinged. Have not had a whole lot of experience with these. And this color is Floating Crazy Bluegill. This is probably going to be very good for them to use out here. We have a lot of bluegill, and it does float, so when topwater's on, I think that's going to be very interesting. Scoop, stop! Next we have the Yozuri 3DR Vibe 60S, which is sinking. Got a little bit of rattle to it. Kind of tinny. Liplesses are very good out here. And this is considered, I don't see a color on it. It's kind of like a minnow shad color. If you can see that very well or not. So that's another one that'll do well out here. So far, I'm very impressed. We have the Guggen Squad, which is their one of their house brands by Ketchco. This is the Flat Banger Square Bill, 3 to 6 foot, half ounce, and they're calling this the Shotgun Shad. Now I am seeing a lot of these that could, if we get a good warm day, could work out here with them when we take some people out. Like I said, we're kind of going into the ice fishing, so we will see what happens there. Next we have the Dobbins Football Jig in 3/4 ounce, and they're calling this the Green Weenie. Anyone who's military will get the joke on why that's so funny. But just your standard football jig. Looks like it's got a good brush guard on there, and kind of a black and looks like some green pumpkin in there. And then it's got a couple of, let's see if I can get, you can kind of see the one right there. Bright fluorescent green strands in the skirt. Jigs work well out here. I'm sure that they will work well with those. And there's some more stuff in here. So this is their throwback stickers. I didn't get to those in here before. And the last one is the Hoaxfish Scam Shad. Now, I'm actually familiar with these. I have gotten some of these in the past. They are a very, very odd soft bait. They kind of have this whole weird body shape, place to hide the hook, but they're very odd. Not a whole lot of scent to them. And when I got these, I had no clue, and I had to look up on how you're supposed to work these because it is such a unique look to it. But in this box, when I said that they did the bait cards that tell you how they, like spotlight different baits, that is actually one of the ones that they highlighted. So I will be able to have the veterans and first responders look at that and be able to use that to aid themselves in their use of it. All right, 2 down. Let's go to this third one here. Helps me up the right side here. All right. All right. Dibble. There, what's inside is a little bit different on this one. I almost wonder if this was one that was put together just as a... I'm not sure where that kind of works. Alright, so that would normally be your bait card. Try to get all the rest of this out of here. Catchco sticker. Their red, white, and blue one. Good fan of that. Alright, and the rest of it's all the baits, so let's get into this. We have a Lunger Hunt Shock 2.5F Impact Series. This is a floating that sinks 2.5 feet. Little square bill. And do they have the name of it on here? Oh, green black. That's pretty self-explanatory. Nice and high, you kind of got some rattles in there. Again, something that'll work well out here. Next we have the Loco 10 crankbait. I actually have one of these in my own tackle box. This is a ½ ounce, 5 to 10 foot diving crankbait. And it does have some rattles in it. And this is their this is shad color. Shark shad. Alright, and let's go here next. Well, this is actually something that I just started looking into. I have not actually used these types yet. So this will be something for me to learn with the pets and first responders with. So the hard hat jigs. Stand-up shaky head excavator. 3/16 ounce. And it is a 4/0 hook on there, they say. So we will definitely have some of them test those out. Hopefully we can get the video of that. Next we have, and again, I have this one, I've gotten this one from them before, so I'm very familiar with it and can take the lead on telling them how to do it. This is the Roadrunner Baits Classic Runner, just a standard underspin, 1/4 ounce. Got your head, comes with 2 plastics, one already on there. Just your basic underspin. And I do know that out here these have worked fairly well. Color-wise, they do not have a color on here. Okay. Next we have the J-Pros series Flash Jig, which is their swim jig with an underspin blade. So you've got a swim jig with an underspin blade, and it's from V&M Baits. They do not have a color on here. It's a 1 ounce, so it's a nice heavy one. Kind of a purple head with a multicolor skirt and gold blade on there. So that one, we do have pike up here. That 1 ounce probably be good for the pike and stuff like that. It might be a little big for the bass on here. Next we have the Excite Baits Raptor Tail Junior in Green Pumpkin. Not a whole lot of sense to these either. High floater, standard crawl, lots of little appendages, and a lot of ribs on these claws. with some ridges as well. Kind of give it a lot of movement. And you can't go wrong with green pumpkin when it comes to stuff like that. So that should work well. The last one, I actually have these as well, and these have worked quite well. It's the Biospawn Exopod 3.5 7-pack. And I believe they just call this one green pumpkin, but that's what I would call it, green pumpkin brown. Yep, green pumpkin. And they are scented and have nice ridges back here to help give that appendage's movement. So that would be it for this unboxing. I think there's a good selection here. The first responder vets will do very well with these. Again, a big thank you. Big thank you to Carl's Bait and Tackle, Catch Co., and Mystery Tackle Box for it. These were the Pro boxes, in case you were wondering the differences. I believe they have the regular, the Pro, and the Elite. As you go up, they're a little bit more expensive on each. I don't remember the pricing of these. I'd have to look it up because, again, like I said, I didn't order these. These were surprises for the group. Great thank you out to them. Remember, keep those lines tight, and that a bad day fishing is still better than a good day at work. Stay safe, stay out on those waters, and we'll come back and talk to you next time. I hope you enjoy the unboxing. If you want to know more, you can contact us by email, which is in the bio. You can contact us on Instagram, which is in the bio. Or, send us a message here, however you want to do it. We'd love to hear your comments, questions. If you know a veteran or first responder that may need some help nationwide, you can let us know. We can try to get them in contact with somebody and get them out there if they're not in our area. If they just need, even if they just need somebody to talk to or just want some talk fishing, we're always here for that. Again, have a great day and stay safe.